Yeah, this is just like 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 42 seconds of serotonin. It is. Like, it's honestly like, I feel like I'm getting high. Oh my god! Teka lang.
Aray, aray.
Don't poke me in the eye talaga. That's my biggest fear. How about the eye?
Lamig.
Winter.
Hello everyone, it's Fifi. Welcome to my channel. We're gonna be reacting to the 20th anniversary Harry Potter special.
And it's... Okay, shut up. Oh my god. Brightness, the brightness, the brightness. Brightness! Di ka gumawa!
You know, I can identify Emma Watson just by the sound of her breath.
Yeah, like...
I will know it's her. Oh, she looks so good.
Ah! We were there! Oh my god.
Oh, Mr. Weasley!
No, fountain.
Gary Oldman.
It's the girls! She just threw the newspaper.
Oh no! Hermione fans are like going wild. Right now.
I love it that they put the houses!
Oh my god, Dean and
pogi
Luna! Dean and Luna shippers are...
The Weasley! The Weasleys! Of course, the two best friends are late.
Yeah. Of course, Harry and Ron are late!
Oh, look at it! It's so pretty! It was Hedwig! It was Hedwig! Oh my god, I'm actually gonna cry.
Good note to Harry Potter, the boy who lived. And action.
That's a dragon egg.
What is it?
That's what that is.
What is that?
Dragon egg.
We screen tested the three of them together to make sure that they all had this chemistry, which immediately was obvious in the first screen test. Remember, guys, get closer to her as she finds out the information. And action.
I never thought to look in here.
I just want to say we're 9 minutes in. And look at her. She's...
Nicholas Flamel is the only known maker of the Sorcerer's Stone. The what? Oh, honestly, don't you two read?
Cut. Good job.
There's smiles!
Rupert was Ron, you know, and Dan kind of was Harry.
How do you feel about becoming famous?
Be cool.
We were all talking about this. I want everyone to feel comfortable. I want everyone to feel like it's a family. I want everyone to feel like they're home.
That's what it really felt like though in the first film. Like if you watch it the first time and you don't know anything about it. I watched it. I haven't read the books yet
Yeah, me too.
because I was too young. And then when I watched it, I was like, it's that feeling instantly that this is where I belong.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
this is like Hogwarts. I'm a wizard. Like I'm a witch.
Yeah.
But that it was magical, pure magic.
The very first time I visited the set, they walked me through the Great Hall.
Filmed in 2019. Oh, so she's really not part of this.
Quidditch is easy enough to understand. Each team has 7
Oliver!
players, 3 chasers, 2 beaters, 1
Oliver is
keeper,
actually
and a
kind
seeker.
of crazy.
Oliver!
So-
Oliver! The amount of Oliver Wood fanfiction I have read in my lifetime, a crime.
This guy, this kid, is an amazing actor. And it was that moment that kind of opened up the whole world for us. And the first film is very storybook, very inviting. It's
Yes.
like,
Yeah, it is. That's
Hogwarts.
the term. It's a very storybook.
One man, I melt a man's face.
Yes.
What's so cool about also how old these films are is everything is real. From the set, like what they just said, from the set, the floating candles, the car, everything is real. There's still a majority of CGI, but a lot of it
That's why there's like an
is
entire
real.
studio.
Like, yeah, that's why now there's a Warner Brothers studio in London where you can go through the actual sets because they actually built those, and it's only towards the end, maybe like from Half-Blood Prince to Deathly Hallows, where they CGI'd a lot of stuff. But even then, like Gringotts, like the whole Gringotts
like
scene,
that exists.
it exists in the Warner Brothers studio in the UK.
The Great Hall exists.
Yeah. Well, the Great Hall's been there since the first movie. But yeah, it's amazing.
It sort of expanded and contracted. One minute there was a huge fireplace of flue powder, and then it got smaller.
Yeah, it was like a living, breathing set that changed. I feel like being a Weasley is the best part of being in Harry Potter. We had like our Hogwarts family, but I felt like so special having an actual extra family. And all these scenes that we got on top of everything else.
I was first aware of
Jason Isaac!
books on the tube. Everywhere I went.
He looks so good.
He's so boggy. I can have feelings. There are feelings.
There are feelings
Present. There are thoughts.
Yeah, their thoughts.
He looks so good.
He looks so good. Until now, like look at him.
Like then
Chris said, that was great. Would you mind reading a different part? I was about to play Captain Hook and Peter Pan. I thought, well, I don't want to play two children's villains. Play Lucius.
He looks like a James Bond.
he does. I was literally about to say that.
Really?
Like
He looks like a James. He's like a Daniel Craig.
Yeah, he gives me like
relative.
He's like,
is he related to Daniel Craig?
I don't think
They look alike.
like the vibe.
He could have probably been James Bond.
He could have probably been James
Or maybe he auditioned for James Bond. We don't know.
Maybe he was like a prospect.
Looks perfect. He's like a Pierce Brosnan vibe.
Red hair and a hand-me-down robe. You must be a Weasley.
Sirius Black is an essential character for Harry. It's part of Joe's themes of don't judge a book by its cover, you know.
Reading the books, you will really, really love Sirius. And especially when you reach Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hallows, because you'll find out about Regulus.
Yeah.
And Creature. And Order of the Phoenix.
Remember, guys,
Oh,
you gotta take care of the frogs.
Genius.
Azkaban is coming of age.
Alfonso's here!
Passing the threshold between childhood and their teenage years. There's a big cloud that overshadows everything around Harry.
Yeah.
And we needed to convey that also stylistically.
Sorry, can I just say how I love it? Because like they're really like explaining the depth of
what their intentions were for the movie.
like because
we never knew. Like we can only assume how they interpreted the books.
Yeah, we know the movie, we know the story, the depth of the story, but then it's just amazing to see how
the
built,
artists.
Yeah, how these people built the world, and they really put intention.
Yeah.
And
we all have our criticisms with the movie.
Yeah, of
course. The movie, we're not gonna put it here in this video anymore about all our criticisms about the movie, about how some things in the books didn't translate well in the movie, characterization wise, cinematic wise. Still, it's really good to see the intentions of the artists, the creators itself.
There was Tim Spall, the one and only Alan Rickman, David Thewlis, you, Emma, Rupert.
It's really nice of you to include me, Emma, and Rupert in that group. To watch
and only Alan Rickman.
Wait, that was so... I love that shot.
Yeah, that shot. Just Alan Rickman in a denim jacket.
Yeah, like Alan Rickman, not as Snape. Like
Alan Rickman.
And then Sirius Black. Like, that is... I didn't know I
didn't know I needed that shot. I didn't know I needed this shot.
It's like therapeutic.
I know.
12 years of it! In Azkaban! I have never done a scene with such an amazing cast in my life. It's a very long scene. It's a scene in which there are a lot of twists inside the scene.
I'm gonna get poked in the eye!
Emma and I have always loved each other, really.
I walked in.
Hermione stands are having a field day today.
The assignment that had been given was to draw what you thought God looked like. And Tom had drawn a girl with a backward cap on a skateboard. And I just don't know how to say it. I just fell in love with him.
I think I was in the hair and makeup chair, and someone said something along the lines of, she had a crush on you.
Is this the...
Something along the lines of, she had a crush on you.
I used to come in every day and look at his number on the call sheet. It was number 7. And if his number was on the call sheet, it was an extra exciting day.
Is this their coming out film? Are they together?
Are they
together?
Are they revealing now?
Yeah, I've always had a soft spot for her, and that continues to the day.
Why? What is this whole?
What is this? Yeah. What is
Tom
this?
and Emma moment? Like,
If you're not gonna come out,
for it,
if you're not gonna come out right now, if you're not,
like, what is the purpose of this?
exactly.
Nothing has ever happened romantically with us. We just love each other. That's all I can say about that.
My sister has children who are then around 10, 11, 12. I said, Martha, I don't know about this Harry Potter thing, Voldemort. What's that? What?
Just his presence, honestly, is giving me major powers.
Yeah,
like,
major.
Like, he is so powerful.
Him sitting in that chair
and hearing him speak.
I kind of want to watch Made in Manhattan after watching
Yeah,
this.
me also.
Cedric is killed.
Kill the stag!
Manages to take the body and crash
Hey, Edward
land.
Cullen.
He looks like
Oh,
Edward.
that's when he turns into Edward. He dies.
It's actually the real story. Carlisle.
That's
Hugh
Carlisle. Where are you? Spanish influenza who? It's a baracadabra.
Cedric Diggory's father. The moment of Cedric Diggory's death is the moment when the series comes of age. And now the children have left childhood and are going to have to confront the perils of adulthood, and it all comes from that moment of death.
I mean, we knew this, but,
Diggory was murdered
but them saying it.
by Lord Voldemort.
Then what does it say?
We can share this now. I said, I do love you, and I just wish I'd been born 10 years earlier. I might have been in with a chance.
He really has a crush on her.
This is everything to me. This is everything. This is everything.
Okay. That whole we're snugging down here.
We're snugging down.
Makes,
Get over here.
Yeah, makes more like of an
And
impact.
he gets so shy. Oh, he got so shy.
He was like,
can we repeat this? Like,
Then what does it say? But
You're just gonna
No,
put
but
them,
the
just gonna put them
tweets
right in
were
your mouth.
helpful.
Oh my God!
Okay, in they go.
what do you think?
Yeah, I'd forgotten.
Do you remember me?
I remember this.
oh my god, yeah, she looks so
I
different.
think I wanted to be in
She's
some
a
of the
method
films. When I was
actor.
first
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
it, Joe said
I-
She
No,
said this in the
because
Graham
I-
Norton show.
no, because I also
remember.
watch her like behind the scenes, or like when she's been interviewed for The Crown.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
how
yeah.
she
gets
actually
the
went to
character.
therapy
Yeah,
for The Crown.
Of course, Bellatrix doesn't think she's evil.
No.
She thinks she's the opposite.
Right.
So I had to sort of construct a reason for why she should hurt people, and why, for her, she is desensitized. It makes her
She's such a
feel
good actress.
powerful.
I know we already said this, but it's really, really, really interesting and different talaga to hear the intentions of now the actresses and actors on how they constructed their character. Because as readers of the book and as fans of actual Harry Potter, being part of the Potter fandom, we have our own constructions, and I kind of feel like we all have our kind of collective image of each character, because, you know, we share fan fiction, we share fan art, and we go through like discussions on like Tumblr and stuff. So we all, like, as a fandom, we collectively have this one image of this character in the books, but these people have actually lived the characters. I mean, you know, not in real life, but like on set, on screen, and they've actually embodied the characters. So now that we're hearing this, especially from Helena, who is a method actress, what a wonderful thing they did for this 20th anniversary.
I killed you, didn't I?
You killed me.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
They're related.
It had
to be done.
We had a real duel, and they cut the whole lot.
Wait,
Yeah.
they cut a whole chunk of their duel?
Of the duel.
So where is it?
Where?
And when you came in, by that point, I was like 15, 16.
Yeah.
So like you and Gary and David like would treat us more like adults. I loved it. You saw in us that like a few of us were like kind of ready to be like, can you push me? Like we want to try and be actors too.
I feel like also everything that happens in Harry Potter is a reflection of what's happening
to them in
their
real life. Exactly.
like teenage, childhood and teenage
like,
years. Like
the
Yule Ball, it was like their prom because they didn't really go to school.
So it's the trigger of their like hormonal stage.
Yeah, so it's really like mirrored. I also wonder how the same actors feel about having all of these different directors.
Yeah, diba?
Yeah, because they're all the same. Like the only actor who changed was like Dumbledore because the first one passed away. All of them are the same, and for them to have different directors, like the only person consistent was Chris for 2 movies and then David. It's also interesting how that happened. I don't think they'll ever talk about it, but you know.
It's always amazing meeting people. These films mean so much to them because they kind of grew up alongside us and helped them with some really difficult things in their lives. And
I'm just very proud to be a part of something that means so much to so many.
Like these clips of like the fans, like them talking about the fans, I feel like I'm part of like, you know, like if they're talking about us, like people who have these movies mean so much to them.
This 1 hour 38-minute thing is a lot.
It's a lot right now for us. It's doing so much to like our mental health.
This is it. This is my moment.
This is our moment. This is the moment we've been waiting for our entire lives.
I always found Ginny Harry, that relationship, how that kind of slowly developed, and entangling with it the whole Weasley family, and Harry essentially becoming a Weasley himself. Something I never...
Ang sakit talaga, ang sakit kasi sobrang sakit. Hindi ko kinakaya ito.
Helen McCrory played my wife. I said, I think I just met the best actress I've ever seen in my life.
Come.
I feel lucky to have worked with her and shared just so much, frankly, adolescent laughter on the set.
They look perfect together.
They do, honestly.
They look perfect together.
Amazing.
I can teach you how to bewitch the mind and ensnare the senses.
Alan Rickman never talked to me like I was a child. He always took my thoughts and opinions very seriously.
Oh my gosh, Deathly Hallows.
The most powerful wand ever made.
I hated Harry's hair here.
Same.
I didn't like this scene. I found this scene very unnecessary, but okay.
I gave you the hug to say goodbye.
I'll go with you.
Kill the snake.
I knew I was saying goodbye to the series. I knew I was saying goodbye to
But
you.
I also hate that he didn't hug Ron.
Yeah, same.
Like, they didn't give Ron a hug. Only Hermione. So, it just... Okay, this is already a critique. We're not supposed to be critiquing the films now. But I just want to mention that it just made it look like Harry and Ron and Hermione had a thing. Why did... Ron and Harry were best friends first. They're roommates. They're the... If anyone should hug, it's them. Sorry, I'm a huge Harry and Ron shipper. Like, they're that broke.
Towards the end, it was kind of a weird time, especially kind of finishing. I feel like I lost track of who I was and who the character was. I didn't really know where they ended or began.
Yeah, there were some things that I'm just like, who am I? Like, what do I like to do? Or what is important to me?
Like, it was weird things. Even my name didn't feel like my name. I felt I only really knew how to do one thing. Even though we don't see each other all the time. Yeah, it's a strong bond that we'll always have, and we will always be part of each other's life.
Oh, it's so nice to see you.
See you. I love you. As a friend.
Just to be clear.
What makes that so... Because Rupert... Because you know how they say, like, well, as kids, Rupert's always been the most talkative and Dan was the quiet one. But as they grew up, it became opposite.
Yeah, like Rupert.
So now even here you can see that Dan and Emma are super talkative and Rupert is just really quiet. For him to say that, he said, I love you first.
On that last day, I just lost it.
I remember all of us just holding each other. All three of us were like utterly devastated.
The legacy of the movies is that my children's generation will show them to their children. So you could be watching it in 50 years' time. Easy. I'll not be here, sadly, but don't you think on it for 1 minute. But Hagrid will. Yes.
There are people on these films that are foundational to who I am. As a person and an actor, I feel so lucky to be where I am and to have the life that I have and be able to work with the people I work with now. But none of it is possible without this. So yeah, it was a very good 10 years.
I freaking love Harry Potter. Like, nothing can, no like series of books or any like book universe or cinematic universe can be as good as this one. Harry Potter actually saves lives. Changes lives.
Yeah. This is really just a returning home to our, oh my god, we sound crazy, you know, we sound so crazy, but the movies and the books really are a humongous parts of our childhood. Personally, it helped me a lot with so many, like a lot of bad things, like in school. It really transformed my imagination and made me survive like grade school on my own. I feel like watching all of these actors, they're a part of like my life. I've known them for as long as they've known each other, and whenever they talk about the familiarity of it all, of how everyone is so good, they're good people, I understand.
Yeah, like you feel like you were there.
I feel like I was there on set. I feel like I was part of that, and the fact that they were able to make me feel that growing up.
There's something about Harry Potter now, no matter when you read it, it hits you in a different way every time.
I just reread it like last year, like 2021, early 2021. I just reread Harry Potter.
I read it last year.
I read. We also always read it, like go back to it seasonally, because we just have to, like we must. Our brain, our soul, our spirit looks for it.
I'm glad we experienced this together.
Thank you so much for swinging by my channel. Good night, good morning, good afternoon. Bye bye.
Bye.